I think a lot of you know me. I was sort of medical doctor for 40 years, in federal politics for 15. I retired voluntarily a year ago, and I'm glad to be out. I'm also the chair of AusCan, which is a company now seeking a licence on Norfolk Island, where Robin is, to produce medical cannabinoids. And I've got two of the directors here, Tony and Troy, and Troy helped Lucy, which is great. Thank you, Troy, for doing it. Thanks for being here too, Tony. I guess some comments is that federally you heard Richard Di Natale is a very smart boy, along with a number of Liberals and some Labor people federally, will bypass the TGA. The TGA is certainly not capable of dealing with this. And that's the end of that. So forget the TGA. They admit that they can't do this. Health departments through this country are suddenly very lacking, and the talent in those departments has declined astronomically. So it is, let me give you an example in WA, right? If you sack 95% of them, we wouldn't miss them. They had to get Serco to set up the new Fiona Stanley Hospital, who's a mate of mine, Fiona, right? Because the health department's not capable. So their skills in education, apart from playing poker on television, is pretty limited. And that's been kind, right? So their knowledge of this, they have not done research. I mean, overseas there's 100 double-blinded, crossover, placebo trials that everyone talks about, and 82 of those showed positive results, particularly in intractable epilepsy, particularly in anorexia and nausea associated with chemotherapy, which my old PA unfortunately now suffers from, and they had no treatment except corticosteroids for her either. And also for chronic pain. Now, it's very hard to trial these things because chronic pain is a perception. I mean, if you use all your anti-epileptic drugs and you use your opiates and they don't work, and this works, that's great. One of the things, look, I believe in research, but we got this out in the public, research the people in the public, like Dr. Colescott said in the hospital of, in Canberra, right? That's smart.
Calvary Hospital.
Calvary, yeah. Now, that's a smart idea. Now, let me tell you, I heard the worst clinicians that I ever met that I'd sack and not employ in my medical centres back in the West. If you got a duck, it quacks. It walks like a duck and looks like a bloody duck. You don't have to go and shoot it and do a DNA profile to prove it's a duck. These clowns can't diagnose something and can't transparently, obviously tell you if this works, it works. I mean, you don't need a trial on something that works when you've got no alternative. When someone's dying before you, let me tell you, if you had pneumonia, for example, I'm going to put you on an antibiotic immediately, anticipating it's bacterial pneumonia. Now, that might be the wrong antibiotic. And I'm going to do all the tests, like I'm going to do the sputum cultures and I'm going to do the chest x-rays. Hang on. And I'll wait for them and I'll change my mind if they come back and contradict what I did. You would die if I waited for the tests. So in other words, I've got to treat you. I'm a clinician. I treat. Then I confirm it with tests. And that's what we've got to do. This product's been out there for thousands of years. We know it's got a safety profile. Let's assess the people taking it, like Dr. David Caldecott said, and let's go forward on that. It's out there. Now, we have people that are in these trials, you talk about clinical trials, and I'm all for clinical trials out there, so don't misinterpret me. I want to confirm that the people that we've got out there being treated are getting the best for them, right? So we want to trial the people out there, put them on trial to say if they agree. Can we look at what you're taking to see if we can improve what you're taking, right? Everyone wants that. However, listen, we have orphan drugs where there's only a few people where they need a drug. Now, we don't go through these extensive tests of bloody rat and then go to this and do that and all that. These people are going to die if you don't treat them. So we forget the trials, we put them on therapy. Like Ebola virus. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do a double-blinded trial and you've got Ebola, right? You've got 3 days to live. What I'm going to do is take the serum for someone out and treat you. That's a clinical approach. That is a clinical approach. That works. That's what makes medicine work, right?